These rangatahi are doing the mahi to help restore the environment in the Waikato.
Today we are potting up some characters. So we have these little carrick sectors which we call pure, and they come in these trays of 338, and they've outgrown their little trays, so we're just giving them a more comfortable space to keep growing in. It's really easy to do, anybody could do this. They kind of do all the hard work themselves.
These will grow into a certain height until they're ready to go out for planting. They won't take too long, about 6 to 9 months, and they should be ready to go out to site.
The young people are employed by the Ngāti Hawa Mahi Trust in Mangatiparu, an iwi church and community group committed to protecting our taiao, or environment.
The work that happens here, as in the growing of the plants, are then actually put out onto sites for restoration. Riparian planting, wetlands, and we work with all the councils. We're willing to work with anybody, as in whether they're from our iwi, as in from iwi base, or whether they're from the community, as in Māori, Pākehā, all working together. And the key things were, can you pass a drug test? And are you willing to put in a hard day's work?
It's a young person game. You have to be pretty fit. We work in some pretty harsh conditions, heat waves that we've just had, and in the winter it's cold, it's wet.
And what we've got is committed people coming down, doing the work, and then buying into this bigger vision that we have, that we're part of positive change for the Waikato River, for the Piako, for all the rivers within our Waikato rohe.
Last year, over 60,000 natives were planted. The year prior, more than 90,000 were grown and planted across the Waikato. This year, the Mahi Trust is on track to plant another 90,000. 21-year-old Brodie Spearpoint has spent 2 years working for the Trust. He says it's been a learning experience.
When I first came here, I didn't know bugger all about native trees or couldn't really understand why we plant the riparian, like why we plant plants on the side of the rivers.
It's part of my role as nursery manager to train them about the plants, about riparian planting and how to grow, why we grow, the Māori ethos as well as the scientific ethos around the ecology of what we do.
Actually learnt heaps, eh? Out of all of these plants, I probably only knew a harakeke and a manuka. And now I've learnt so many more native plants, and I've also learnt like the differences between a lot of them, you know, what are their benefits and things like that.
It helps them to gain more knowledge about what we call te taiao, the world around them, their surroundings, especially now with the culture that the young ones have now, which is more indoor-based, more academic-based, and they're forgetting their roots and how to connect to the outside world. So if I can be a little part of that to help them grow, I'll do that any day.
For me personally, my main focus is our environment and looking after our planet, doing the best that we can to provide a better environment for these guys.
Hunter Calder, Local Focus.